Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video, and today we are playing some Danzaburou solo. This is one of the spice picks I've been playing recently. I just saw the news for the new patch coming out on Tuesday. I believe that's going to be Jormungandr, or maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, one of those days. Jormungandr, obviously very excited for that. A couple of cool changes coming in the upcoming patch. I'm just going to quickly list a few. Regrowth getting slightly nerfed. Huge W. Book of Thoth and Ancient Signet both getting buffed, which is also a huge win. Both those items were a little bit weak, especially Book. And it brings some of the characters kind of back. Blue buff also gets shifted so that it's soloable. We'll see how that ends up like feeling in the game, but it seems like you're going to be as a solo laner starting on blue by yourself now. And should be an overall more stable lane and game. So I'm pretty excited, honestly. I think it's going to be a bit more fun. To be honest, it seems like mage solos that use Book and Poly are just going to be straight up better than they are now, and they're already, I think, like at least playable. So yeah, what I've been doing on this channel might actually be aging quite well. So this is one of the characters that I've always said with Danzaburou. If you ever see Book of Thoth get buffed or Transcendence, because you're the only double stack god, I think that's decent to build double stacking items with on the game. Look out for this character to be one of the biggest benefactors. And we're going to showcase Danzaburou basically pre-buff. The buff on Book of Thought that's coming out is a 1% increase of mana conversion to intelligence on Book of Thought's passive, which it's right now 6%. It's going to be going up to 7%. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about like if you have, that's a pretty decent jump. I wish I could have some numbers that I had prepared or something to showcase it, but I'll be able to show you guys post buff, and we'll see a numbers difference. Point is, they're gonna be doing a lot more damage building Book Poly, and that's kind of the hope and goal. So this Danza pick, I really do actually. Oh shit! I wasn't paying attention to his start. I guess he just did his blue level one. Yeah, so he just hits 3 instantly. Oh, this is going to be gone now because I'll actually be able to do my blue, which is kind of exciting, man. I'm really happy about that. It does really give you a lot of unbalanced lanes when they can solo their blue and you can't. But yeah, Danza's early game, pretty weak. I think going Aspect's okay, but the CC on the 2 is really strong, so I do like it a lot. And obviously the fact that it just like straight up damage you have is really nice as well, in my opinion. We want to try to hit our ones because we get gold for hitting it on them, as well as obviously the damage. I missed there, though. It's no big deal. Cool. All right, well, we should be about even now because we did a little camp. I can go do my blue in a second as well. I think he's just like either reset or to do his back lefts. Either way, I'm happy with that. He's on his back lefts. Cool. We do our blue now. And really, like, on this character, you're very happy with scaling. Sands of Time is, not the best early game starter out there, but I think it's very good on this character because of, again, how strong the scaling is. And we're really just understanding that come late game, we are an absolute menace. I mean, I think this guy's carry potential is up there with just about anybody. You really just need to get to a point where you have Transcendence and a Book finished and stacked, and once you get to that point, you'll be like on the way to Polynomicon or Chronos Pendant, whichever one you choose, and your damage is insane. Before then, you're kind of all, in my opinion, not all that useful, but once you get to that point, you should be all set. Sorry, I misplayed that. I didn't mean to do it. I did mean to ult, but I didn't mean to go in. I thought I could just jump out. Either way, we still get a lot of poke on him, and I get some free gold there, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, if you're just able to get a couple straight ones off, I mean, we've probably gotten 40 gold just from our first ability this lane already, which isn't that much, but imagine he was fighting me more. I'm getting a lot more. And you have to think about it, because he's not fighting me, I'm just like out clearing him. So, good stuff. Yeah, I'm sort of on the train that this pick is like sneaky strong right now. And yeah, I'm excited. Also, Chalk got nerfed a little bit, which is exciting. Definitely looks like a good patch. I think it'll probably have me a bit more excited to play some of the other more frontliney picks. I mean, I think part of it is just straight up that frontliners do seem like they're a tiny bit worse than solo, just by proxy of the mage solos getting a bit better, potentially, but, we'll see. We're going to back for Transcendence again. I want to start stacking as soon as possible, so I don't really mind that I don't have Chalice. Remember, you do heal on your 2 whenever you cast it, and as we get more intelligence, that's going to actually be a very sustainful heal, and I really won't even need to worry about it. I think this Mulan's going to rotate. Yep, she is. I can come over, obviously. I just need to, like, clear this and come. This looks, like, playable. I mean, we're going to lose some people here, but I think I clean up. Gosh, it's a bit far. Man, that's unlucky. Yeah, I'll be honest, don't really know the Danza ult range. Even if I hit those, he doesn't die. Tragic. Stewart! Oh my gosh, we saved him. Huge. Alright, honestly, not bad. Did Mulan die? Did I kill her? I already forgot. I don't think so. Worth. Okay, nice. Definitely worth. We get a blue buff, I get a wave shove as well. Like, we're always up a wave in that spot. So even if it's like a 1 for 1, 2 for 2, whatever the case might be, it's always winning. And then, yeah, us getting that kill, it's definitely big time. I gotta be a little bit careful, because again, I'm still like, despite the fact that I'm technically a little bit ahead, not actually that strong, just because I'm very unsafe. And he hit his combo on me, I'm fucked. That's too bad. Not dead. Nice. Dude, did you guys see how hard my one hit? I couldn't pick up the... What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Holy moly. Okay, this guy is like... He's locked in on trying to hit the combo on him. Oh, he killed him? No way. Okay, sorry. Good. He's just the GOAT, my bad. I was so confused. I was like, what is this guy doing? I can't help you at all. Okay, good shit. Did you guys see how much damage my one did to that Mulan? It did like 330 burst, and then the detonate did another 130. Like, again, this character's numbers are crazy strong right now. It's just, the reason why they're so strong is because it's so slow to cast, you know what I mean? This character doesn't have a lot of safety. He's very inconsistent in his damage numbers a lot of the time, it feels like. So, as a result, his scaling is very good. But, on the bright side, if you're able to, like, shotgun your abilities, which you should be doing on this character, especially as you start to get some items, you'll be very well off, and you can kind of just one-shot pop people. It's really fun. And, yeah, I think this god is, like, awesome to play. I really do like Danza. I've loved Danza since Smite 1. He's been really hard to, like, make playable on this game, so that's why you haven't really seen him on this channel. But I think with some of the buffs that came out not that long ago, it's a while now, but not that long ago, he definitely got a little bit better, and then pair that with his 2 sustain is actually quite nice. I have to run here, I'm fine. Yeah, I need a reset, obviously. I'm kind of trying to greed for a book, which is a little bit silly. Remember, I can just 2, like, whenever I want for sustain, and yeah, we're all set. So, really, like, yeah, just the fact that you can kind of 2 around and stuff and heal, it really does feel great. I think that's a big part of what helps this pick so much. Again, I think you heal when you press your 2 when you have Aspect. I'm not actually sure. But the thing with Aspect is your lane pressure is so much worse. And because this god's already kind of weak in the early lane, as you guys have seen, like, I've generally played this lane pretty well. I'm ahead now a ton because this Mulan's, like, had some really bad rotations, etc. But generally speaking, yeah, he's pretty rough in the early game. He's very risky, so if you're weakening yourself by giving yourself a borderline, like, unusable ability in the early game, I just don't think it's really worth it. I think too frequently, if I go Danza Aspect, I'm just running the risk of just, like, losing the game before I even get items. And, yeah, not a fan of that. So, me personally, I wouldn't recommend going Aspect. I think, to be fair, in a lot of these games, because of, like, how MMR works, I'm top pick. So I'm kind of, like, designed to carry, so I have to win early, or else the game's kind of fucked. So maybe, you know, if you're not first pick, etc., by design, maybe you can get it off more often, but yeah, that's just me yapping. I'm having fun, man. I really love this god. Like, I'm always excited if I can play Danza, so love to see it. We've got Book of Thoth online now, so like I said, we're really strong once we have Book of Thoth actually finished, but as you can see, we do a lot of damage. Now, you're going to notice Mulan went Devos. I really think that's beyond its prime, and I wouldn't recommend going that anymore. Devos got nerfed a couple of times recently, and it's just a very risky thing. I always look at building damage on a solo laner, especially a frontliner, as like a skill thing, where if you are a better player than the guy you're against, or if you're like strong and just ahead, you can do it, but if you're behind or you're just like the weaker player, you shouldn't do it, because you just make your game more volatile, and that's really, really bad if you're like not super confident in what you're doing. So yeah, I would be very careful about that. Let's clear the wall. We're fine. Look how much damage we do, dude. It's crazy. And we are going to go so much higher. So if you're wondering, by the way, why Transcendence before Book of Thoth, it's very simple. Our auto attacks hit harder with Trans because it's strength, right? You could probably go Book first if you really wanted to, but I feel like the, you know, if I had Book first, I would have more healing on my 2, and technically I guess my abilities would be doing a little bit more damage, but I at least have a bit of consistent DPS output with my ult, or with my auto, excuse me. I should have went into that, but that was really funny. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm dead. Damn. Sobek rotated too. Guys, did you see how many coins was on that Mulan's body? Dude, I could have had like 50 more gold. Damn it. Oh, that was so close. Okay, I played that really well. If he didn't have beads, he's dead there for sure, by the way. Unfortunate, man. Alright, we're going to go into Chronos Pendant first. You kind of go Poly first if you want. I just think the ability to have like more CDR and just spam in general is like, I don't know. I mean, it's never bad. Like, I can always heal spam if I'm in trouble. I can always use my slow to spam. Also, if you didn't know, I know I'm going all over the place. Like, this is the first time I've been rejuvenated to play Smite 2 in a while, so give me a break. This character, when you go stealth with your 3 and you escape the circle, that's what makes you go stealth, obviously, right? We've come to Leaf. Your upcoming auto, like your first auto, is like enhanced. It's almost like a Scylla 3 or a Poly auto. And it's scaling off 100% int. 55% strength. So that's part of why going like this int Danza is so powerful, because even, you know, with not too much int right now, as you see, I can walk at him, and my first auto, I missed. Okay, well, we'll showcase in a second. My first auto hits really, really hard, and as we get more damage, I mean, it's going to go through the roof. So you pair that with Polynomicon and stuff, it is just a crazy combo. So let's see if we can get it off. See, 124 plus 110, so that 124 was the bonus damage, and that's going to really skyrocket. Can just get this tower here. Oh, I missed my 2 rip. Oh, my clone blocked it. That was kind of sick. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm going to pretend I did so I look cool. He didn't get it. We chase. Got a Sunder there. He got his ult as well, and he is super dead. Let's go. So somebody commented under my YouTube video, by the way. I wish I remember who it was specifically. And they said Mulan's win rate in Obsidian Plus on Smite Brain, which is like, I guess, a tracker thing for like matches, actually had Mulan at a very high win rate, and they were inquiring as to if that means Mulan is like good now, or if there's something secret about her that's strong. And the answer is no. The truth of the matter is, like, using rank statistics in Smite 2, I know other MOBAs use rank statistics, but using rank statistics in Smite 2, I think to like try to get a glean on what's a balance, I think is a really dodgy thing. And I understand how like hypocritical or problematic that could sound. But the problem is, even if you're using like the highest statistic you can with like a strong sample size, which would be Obsidian Plus, a lot of the players are just... Sorry, I'm supposed to go Poly here. I'm doing it backwards. We go Shard after Poly, but we'll go Poly now. A lot of the problem that you're going to run into is that the players in Obsidian Plus are just like not very good. A lot of the time, like the skill gap in Smite 2 is unbelievable, because you have a lot of new players coming in, or players who were okay at Smite 1, but Smite 2 is a different experience, so they're a lot worse than they were at Smite 1. And, you know, those people will raise up the Smite 1 gold players to be like platinum level in this game, or even diamond level or obsidian level. And, you know, it just kind of keeps on fluffing up lower end players, because brand new players and whatnot rise them up. So Obsidian Plus in this game is not a good statistic at all for like measuring how good players are. That's just kind of the point. And yeah, Mulan having a higher win rate, all that is to me is like, okay, regrowth is really strong. She can build regrowth. She's still a bad character. She's still one of the worst gods in the game. So, yeah, nothing of note, in truth. My team's kind of bodying. I'm just gonna like run left and clear. I don't know where this Mulan went. It seems like she's avoiding the lane. We're up 3k gold, which is exciting. Okay, good. I honestly want us to start dying a little bit. Need this game to be as close as possible. I gotta scale. Oh my gosh. Just a tier 2 down. She's here. Let's see how much damage we do now. I missed. Oh shit. I'm so fucked. It's unbelievable. I can't get an ult off here. Look how much damage we just did, though. Alright, no worries. Worth. We get gold. I definitely entered there. Damn. Unlucky. Yeah, I was kind of boxed in. I couldn't get an ult off. I mean, I could have for damage, I guess, and I probably should have tried to, but that's alright. No worries. So if you're wondering, I mean, I don't think this is super relevant, but I may as well. Good picks into Danza just in general. I don't really know if it's like a laning phase thing. You could just play your run-of-the-mill like frontliner bruisers into Danza. You could play your Neath solos into Danza. That's obviously very solid. Most picks are going to be fine into this character, but especially from like a draft perspective, walls destroy this character, so Ymir's very good into him. Thor's very good. I don't necessarily mean in solo, although they're fine. Yemoja as well. But just in a draft, I think sometimes people will see a character and they'll be like, you know, what is good into Mordred's Cabrakan as well, obviously. What is good into, like, let's say Mordred solo, who really has kind of taken a huge step back, by the way. And they don't really think about the fact that usually, like, when you look at when is it a good or bad Mordred game, it's usually not the solo laner pick, it's usually the mid laner pick or the support pick. So, like, if I'm not wanting to play Mordred, it's because they have, like, an Agni or they have a Ganesha or they have an Ares or something. It's usually not the solo laner. I could care less. I mean, Cab's a harder matchup, for example, but, like, yeah, oftentimes, which I guess is a good and a bad thing, the counter pick, quote unquote, is a lot more of other characters, and so a lot of that is just experience. Oh my gosh, this is like a fiesta, but this is a good one for us. Oh, no way. This guy's dead. Bye-bye. Oh, that auto was clean. It's a beauty. We ult in. Look at the damage, boys. Oh my gosh. We are so far away from, like, actually being in the scary damage, too, which sounds insane. I mean, we are kind of fed now, so, like, duh, but yeah, no, we're not even close to being, like, a real menace. Like, we don't have Poly done. We don't have Tahuti, even. Man, oh man. This is a beauty. Again, like, this character, if he's not behind, just 1v9s every game. It's just usually the issue is, like, with your damage and stuff, you're so screwed. Excuse me, with your damage being so slow and your lanes being so, like, risky and scuffed, you're so screwed a lot of the time. But man, if it works, it works. I'm out of range, right? Dude, I barely play this god in this game. Yeah, I'm definitely out of range. I'm such a bot. No worries, we gap close to get to the wave value. So, by the way, I wanted to mention this. This is the last, like, random offshoot I'll have, at least for a couple minutes. I feel like I'm having all these ideas of things I wanted to talk about, and I'm just getting it all at once. So, you know what? Why not? So, something I think that I really hope Hi-Rez uses for hybrid character balancing is I actually really want them to use the Danza perspective of the character to influence their hybrid character scalings in the future, which they haven't really done. So what I mean by that is Danzaburou is a hunter, and with this type of a build, like, my bursts and my abilities actually do damage and I'm strong. But I'm not like Neath levels of strong where I'm just the best character, like, in my role and it's just, like, overpowered and there's nothing you can really do about it. No, like, my abilities are risky, you know, to some extent, and I really have to get up close, but I get good damage off and the burst feels great. The abilities feel great to use. I really think Kurnanos and Izanami and other hybrid scaling hunters should, and Cupid as well, should have more of a gameplay loop similar to Danza in terms of their intelligence scaling on their kits. So if I wanted to build an Intelligence Cupid or an Intelligence Izanami or an Intelligence Kurnanos, I actually could without just losing the game, right? Because when I play Intelligence down to my auto attacks at a base level are not doing a lot of damage, but my abilities hit so hard that it's okay. If I were to be doing a full in Izanami or something, I just do no damage outright, no matter what. I do no damage, my autos do no damage, nothing works. So I really am saying that to say intelligence needs to be hard buffed on gods like Izanami and Cupid, the scaling on them for the abilities so that you can run those builds and actually like be playable. Because right now, if you run those, you're just losing the game instantly. And I think like in a situation where, you know, like a lot of characters we all really like are not going to be in the game anytime soon, introducing and keeping build variety on characters that do exist and are around is very important if possible, especially if it's already coded into the kit where they, you know, have it as an option to build. We get a Mid Phoenix here. Hope that makes sense. So if you guys could assist me in spreading that idea, that'd be wonderful. Again, not every god really needs it, like Aladdin's totally all set, but it's really some of those hunters. And I think subsequently you'd obviously need to nerf some of the strength scaling on the abilities, but that's fine. Like, I don't think you should be building a full strength Cupid build and your ult hits for 600, which it currently does. That's just dumb design. It should hit for like 400. But if you build full in, your ult should hit for like 1300, right? And that's what makes sense, because your autos do nothing, damn near. I feel like they're afraid of us. We're up 15k. I think that's correct. Look at this Sobek run away. I'm by myself here, you cowards. Damn it, dude. Run! Fine. Dude, these guys are actually just afraid. Oh, maybe not. Holy shit. No, dude, the Sunder. I was actually healing off my 2. I could have lived there if he didn't Sunder me. Damn it. He has Sunder and Lash, bro. Boo. That's so unfun. Damn it, dude. We got close. We absolutely fried that Mercury, though. I was, like, locked in. Unlucky. It was like... This is what I mean. Why would I ever play, like, Chalk when I could just play this? This is so much fun. Dude, I feel like part of why tankliners feel... Or tanks, excuse me, frontliners feel so bleh is, like, active items are just so dead in this game most of the time. I really think active items should be very strong with weak stats rather than bad with good stats usually. Like so many times when active items get nerfed, they nerf the base stats of the item and the active, and then it's just like chalked. When you should just be nerfing the base stats and keep the active strong. GG though, we had 746 gold per minute farm demon. I didn't really get to do the player damage I really wanted to because they kind of just rolled over, but it goes to showcase. I mean, look, characters with this kind of a build, you think about this, this is going to be buffed 1%. I don't know how much Book of Thoth gives, but 50, and then how much more? Intelligence equal to 4% of your mana, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it's a lot of mana from like this, and especially if you go like Transcendence, right? Even like a Soul Reaver or something. Crazy high numbers, so yeah, it's awesome. This god's going to be a lot better. Cuckoo is going to be a lot better. Really excited to give this gods a try. Even Nuwa will do a rerun on, obviously, Jormungandr. And yeah, so that'll be that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch all of you in the next one. Peace out.